Hey Canucks fans, today let's go for a glass half full approach. After all, I am the founder of the GLCPC. I'm Canuck Clay, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, like I just said, and this is Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, November the 17th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. As always, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training, weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video description below. Don't forget, tonight is Wednesday, so it's my regular Wednesday night live stream starting at 10 p.m. tonight. Win or lose, we'll see what happens. The game is at 6 p.m. tonight. The Canucks hosting the Colorado Avalanche. So game's at 6. It'll end around 8:30 or so. That's right when I'll be finishing up my church work, right? Every Wednesday night is my church night. And then I'll get home in time, watch some highlights, read a few things, and be ready for all of you at 10 p.m. Also, because today is Wednesday, I'll do my bowling update at the very end of this video. Spoiler alert, is not a good one. It is not a good one. So let's talk about the Vancouver Canucks. Last few days, let's preview the game first, and then I'll talk about what I want to talk about. So as I mentioned yesterday, the Canucks practiced yesterday after having Monday off, and it looks like it's a lot of line back together. Then you have the second line back together of Horvat, Pearson, and Hoglander. Third line of Dickinson, Podkolzin, and Garland. Fourth line of Mott with Lamico and Dowling. That means Bailey is one of your extra skaters, as well as Chason, one of your extra forwards, I should say. On D, a bunch of switches as well. They have Oel and Pullman, the two new guys. Hughes and Hamonic reunited. And then a third pairing of Burrows with Myers. That means Hunt and Shen are your extras, and I fully expect it to be Thatcher Demko tonight. Travis Green isn't meeting with the media until around 3:30 or so probably too late to do an update when the games are ready at 6 p.m. Yes, remember, a 6 p.m. start, not a 7 p.m. start. So when you look at the forwards really quickly, Travis Green going back to what he's used a few times this season in Lotto line, reuniting Horvat and Pearson and Hoglander, and then that leaves a kind of a mismatched third line of Dickinson, Podkolzin, and Garland. Garland has slowed down a little bit, but still an effective player for us, but maybe he can get going tonight. He's been paired with Podkolzin quite a lot this season, actually. They've been switching the guy playing with them, and then Mott playing in his second game back. On D, it's kind of interesting. Oel and Pullman played a lot together in the preseason, did well, and I commented that they did well as a new pairing. And then Hughes and Hamonic, that's the biggest one for me. That's what I've been clamoring for ever since Hamonic returned to the team. I knew it was kind of hard as he was getting acclimated to the team and not being able to play in the States. So I'm excited to see what they do. They did pretty well last year for the last 2 months of last season. And then Myers going down the third pairing with Burrows, who's just been up and down. I actually like Hunter Shen better than Burrows. Well, at least Shen better than Burrows. I think Hunt's been up and down as well. So we'll see how all this comes together tonight. Less than a week after losing to this Colorado Avalanche team 7-1, Canucks at least always play Colorado better at home. You can kind of think of two recent exciting games that they've had against Colorado at home. So we'll see what indeed happens tonight. Okay, last 4 days, I looked at all my recent vlogs. I've been always talking about, is it time for a change? Who should go first? Is it Benning? Is it Green? What's wrong with the players? Who's the biggest to blame? Is it ownership, management, coaching, players? And would I say it's negative? No, I think it's been honest coverage, just like everyone else has been doing in Vancouver, and not just Vancouver, nationally as well. But I thought for today, maybe because it's nice out, maybe because I'm looking good and feeling good, maybe it's because, well, that goes without saying, maybe it's because I'm in such a good mood, like I mentioned on Sunday, with my master's done, at least this course, so I'm halfway done now. All these things, I want to go with the positives today, if there are any. And let's talk about a few positives, and then let's end off with talking about who needs to be more positive going forward, or who do we need more from, which I'll try not to make sure it's not negative, because I can have a lot of negativity when I talk about my bowling. Again, a rough night. Okay, what's been good? The Canucks 5-on-5 play has actually been pretty good. Not stellar, but pretty good. Pretty good. At least average, maybe a bit above average. And you just have to contrast that to their special teams, though. Their horrible power play and their even worse penalty killing. And that's why the Canucks are getting dragged so much this season. But their 5-on-5 play has actually been not bad. And that even goes with for the defensemen. I know that I've been saying, especially with Pullman suspended and Hamonic suspended, and with Hamonic not being able to play in the States, that was a rough looking blue line for the last 2 games of that road trip when you had Burrows, Hunt, and Bowie all playing. Now with Hamonic and Pullman back, it becomes a lot stronger, especially on the right side. So the Canucks defense hasn't been bad at 5-on-5. They get exposed more on the penalty kill as any team would. Obviously, Thatcher Demko has been outstanding, and Halak has been solid. You can't blame Halak for any of the games that he's lost. You blame the Canucks for not. That guy's driving way too fast. You blame the Canucks for really not being able to score enough when Halak's in net. So the goaltending's been fine. I think Oliver Ekman-Larsson has been fine. He slowed down a little bit production-wise, but he's still solid. He rarely makes mistakes. I'm not sure how well that contract's going to age, but for now, Ekman-Larsson has been fine. And Quinn Hughes, his plus-minus, not the biggest, most important stat, but a lot better than last season as well. So there's some stuff on the blue line and the back end. Up front, JT Miller, a point a game at least. He's doing well, and he's still searching for consistency, but at least he's one guy you can never question his effort. Connor Garland, he's slowed down a little bit, but every time he touches the puck, or not every time, but a lot of times he creates, and he's exciting to watch, especially the way he spins off guys and whatever and all that. And of course, Niels Hoglander, he's been amazing the last few games, the best player on the Canucks road trip, and he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Travis Green just got to look at a way to bump up his ice time. I think Horvat's been not bad, and hopefully they're going to draw some more inspiration from Tyler Mott's return. So there are some positives at least, Canucks fans, that we can look at and build on. In goal, Demko's been outstanding. Halak's been just fine. On D, 5-on-5, they've been good. Ekman-Larsson and Hughes in particular have been the best 2 defensemen. Up front, Hoglander, Garland have been good, and Miller. So there are certain players that have been quite good. Now going forward, I think a lot of this rests on Elias Pettersson. You don't want to just simply say the Canucks are only going to win if PD plays well, but they're kind of built in a way where they have a really good chance of winning if PD plays well because he's so instrumental on the power play. He's the one that's going to get a guy like Besser going as well, who's also been a bit of a disappointment. But I want to try and stay on the positive. But I'm really hoping tonight that both PD and Besser get going, and maybe I know they had that massive game against Colorado a couple seasons ago. I think PD had 5 points, Besser had 4. So maybe it takes a home game against Colorado to get them going. Having said all that, I can't sit here and say in all sincerity that I think the Canucks are going to win tonight. I think they're going to play a lot better, and I'd be happy if I predicted a Canucks loss and they actually won. I'd be happy to be proven wrong, but I'm going to say they're going to lose 4-2 instead of win 4-2. This is kind of like my reverse psychology thing. So let's go Canucks losing 4-2 with JT Miller scoring the first goal. I hope I'm wrong on both counts. I hope the Canucks win 4-2 and Elias Pettersson and Brock Besser scores the first goal. But for now, for the record, I'm going Colorado 4-2. Don't hurt me. And JT Miller scoring the first Canucks goal. Let me know in the comments below a few things. Let me know your score prediction. Let me know who you think scores the first Canucks goal. And talk to me about the positives of this team. Talk to me. Give me 2 or 3 positives. Let's keep this one a positive vlog. Well, you do whatever you want. But if you want to put who are a couple players that have impressed you, put in the comments below and we can kind of celebrate those guys. Okay, I'll do the shout outs and then I'll do my bowling. So then I can hang up and start crying. Not hang up and press stop and stop crying. Shout out to my hero members, nucksfan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang. Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Carol Bovenlander, and HSM Fangirl Gaming. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos, or the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. I'll do this. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Score prediction, first Canucks goal scorer, and give me 2 or 3 positives of this team so far. Okay, that's where positivity ends. Oh yeah, and don't forget to join me for my live stream at 10 p.m. tonight. That's where positivity ends. We sucked last night. So I told you this 4 months is broken up into 2 halves. First half, we were just okay. We were about in the middle of the pack. Second half has only been 3 weeks. The first week, we were good. We got 32 points. The second week, we were amazing. We got 44 points out of 50. So we're at 76 points heading into last night. Last night, we got smoked 40-10. 40-10. I won one game and didn't win total, so I won 2 out of 10 points, right? 2, 2, 2. All 4 games are worth 2 each, and then totals were 2. So I only got 2 points. Arnold, who's been our I don't want to say our weakest, but he's done the worst so far, a middle guy, he actually did the best. He won 2 games, didn't win total, so he got 4 points. And Jacob, the best bowler in the league this year, averaging 221, he got skunked last night because he did not play well and the other guy played okay, but Jacob could have beat him, but he didn't. So I get 2, Arnold gets 4, Jacob gets skunked, that's only 6. And then of the 4 games, we only won game 2, so that's another 4 points, right? Each of the 4 games is worth 4, and then the total is worth 4. There's your 20. So I won 2, Arnold won 4, that's 6. Jacob won 0, and then we won 1 out of 4 games plus total, so 4 points there. So 10 points. So now we have 86 points out of 150, so we're still above 50%, but that we took a bit of a dip. And for me, if you're wondering how I got my 2 points, I bowled a 165, so a decent first game, right on my average, but the other guy beat me. Then I bowled a 208. Actually, that 208 was awesome. I got 9-0, so an open. Then I went 6 strikes in a row, strike, called a 6-pack or a 6-bagger. Then I went open, which isn't great, and then I ended off with a strike, with a spare, and then an 8. So it got to 208 somehow. So I felt good. I was winning total after 2 games because of that game, and I had split the 2 games. And then I forgot how to bowl for my 3rd game, and I went 127. It was horrible. I don't know what happened. And then I ended off with 141, or 143. So overall, not great. I averaged 161 for the day, 160 or 161, which is okay, but a bit below my average of 165. So I was just okay. Arnold was a bit better than average, and Jacob had a bad night as well. So much like the Canucks, we're going to try and park it in the rearview mirror. Not looking to make any management or coaching changes just yet. Can't really change the personnel. So we're just going to have to, just like the Canucks, kind of plow through and look for the positives. Okay, as always too, leave a comment below if you made it this far, and because I like to know who actually watches this far, and leave a comment on my bowling performance or my lack thereof. Okay, friends, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Enjoy the day, enjoy the game. See you tonight at 10 p.m. for my live stream. God bless. Oh, and don't forget on the live stream, I'm announcing the winner of the Instagram contest with the Park Pub. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you hit my Instagram page at Clayton Nemo, and you can enter by 5 p.m. today. For sure. God bless, and go Canucks go.